Hello there, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Prehistoric Island World of Dinosaurs Season 2. So let's get started. In this episode, we will be following many species of dinosaurs. So let's get started on this adventure. In the valley, we see a new species of dinosaur that we discovered on the island. It's a female Maiasaura, a species of hadrosaur. This will be another character we will be following this season. But she's peacefully grazing, but she is unaware of an attacker that is stalking her meters away. Meters away. The male T-Rex is stalking her, and he wants to strike. He then prepares to strike. The female Maiasaura runs off. The male T-Rex has a wound on his jaw. He must turn back to his nest. He has not succeeded in this hunt. He has returned back to his nest, empty-handed. His family doesn't have any food now, but later on in the day he might try again. Predators don't always get what they want anyway. But someone new is in the group. You might not recognize him, but this is actually the savior. The one who saved the baby T-Rex and the juvenile T-Rex from the Quetzalcoatlus that tried to attack them. He has found the group again and decides to join their pack. So now he's a part of their pack. He is now a part of them as one. Near the shoreline of the lake, herbivores are grazing. Two Brachiosaurus are grazing along with one lone Triceratops. Here we see Barry on the coastline of the lake, trying to look for fish to hunt. He then goes into the shallows and stands and waits. Spino is doing the exact same thing. He is standing to wait for a fish to swim by. But the lake also has another predator, which we have seen in Season 1. Coming onto the shore to rest is the male Dinosuchus that we have seen back in Season 1. He is one of the top predators of the lake. He decides to rest on the shores. He has come back full of fish in his belly. On another side of the lake, another creature has come onto the shore. Well, it's hiding in water plants. Hiding underneath these large sea lilies and skunkweed is actually a prehistoric amphibian, a Coolosuchus. Coolosuchus was a type of amphibian that lived in Australia during the Cretaceous and was one of the last large prehistoric amphibians of its kind to live. It then gets out of the skunkweed. This amphibian can grow to 8 feet, and this one is the exact size. It then swims through the lake. Then it disappears below the surface to look for mollusks to eat. We are now in the grasslands. We will check out some of our characters here. Overgrown vegetation is the nest of Bobby and Danny. They are bored right now, and they must clean all the vegetation from their nest, since only this part of it is exposed. I see Bobby is trying to rip out the tall grass and ferns. It's going to take a while. Their nest is quite large. Danny goes over to help Bobby with the vegetation problem. But, like I said, it will take a while to clean their nest. Nearby, in the grasslands, are the female marigaya and Plady. They are also grazing. It is quite hot out today since it is summer. The female marigaya eats some of the grass. Plady, not so hungry. She is just standing there. She is just going to graze. But the female marigaya is going to do both, eat and graze at the same time. Now, we have ventured off into the desert, a barren place, but there is life here. But we see a prehistoric animal that has got lost in the desert. This is a Dilophosaurus, a type of paleosaur related to the Dimetrodon that lived in the Permian. It was a plant eater, and it is stranded in an endless rocky desert that spans miles and miles. This Dilophosaurus hasn't found any cacti or shrubs, or even an oasis. This is quite dangerous. But what's more dangerous also here, he is being stalked by one of the desert's largest predators. Another new species we have discovered here. The predator walks over. It is preparing to strike. Then it runs. But has reached a rocky wall. There's nowhere to run now. The Dilophosaurus is dead. It has been killed by an Inostrancevia, another large Permian predator. Her large fangs, canine teeth, help her grip onto the food and shred the meat up. She's a female. At 11 feet long, they are the size of rhinoceroses. And again, this is another unnamed character we will be following this season. She feasts on the Dilophosaurus, but she is not the only one that smells the scent of flesh. Flying over the desert is a Quetzalcoatlus. It flies near the rock wall. But she's not going to tolerate this. She will defend her kill. Quetzalcoatlus has landed. The Quetzalcoatlus tries to run for it, but she's not going to let that happen. Before he can take off, she bites his wing with her canines and leaves a very large rip. Now, he can barely fly. He will now just have to walk for now. He is now vulnerable to predators. The female Inostrancevia then turns around and goes back to eating her prey. So, yeah guys, that was another episode of the Prehistoric Island World of Dinosaurs. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.